with it. Got wins in the what I told in a drop on the 10. Yeah, hey, I got it right in the end spot, and it's like I got ops. If he drop,
football from Paul Brown, Ohio. The scene a few in sport as both teams made their way out of the due battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First.
Jackson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
At the 12-yard line.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll be out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
How many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there. And receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Or might he go for it?
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to number 8.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman.
Burrow's pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
First carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal.
He did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1. Jackson now. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 25-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Joe Mixon on
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
On the carry.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy 1st.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Raven
to throw again is Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Steps away. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. He'll buy some time right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
28-yard line.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. On the crossing route, complete. It's Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes
a big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where he felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Jackson on first down. Going left side here, and it's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Jackson going to run. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Burrow looking to pass. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. On 1st down, Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Brings up 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
19-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 70 yards.
They'll run with Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
Well, credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Ravens 25.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Switch gears. Tight go, tight go, tight go. Watch out, watch out. Check, 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 check. Understand 19. Under coach. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Once again, they run with Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a first and 10
at their own 21. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Calais Campbell on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
He's back to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Mixon with it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Bengals. 1st and 10.
From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Here we go with Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st down.
right back to Dobbins on first. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Ravens, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.